What's the haps? I'm John, aka Meroka, and welcome to Spiel. And this is my pet Pixel. Say hi, Pixel. I've gotten out of the habit of trying to introduce this guy because he won't say a word. Nope. Being quiet again. So today we are in Nature of the Beast, the daily mission on advanced difficulty, because I haven't done the daily mission. I want to do the daily mission. So, suck it. Daily mission it is. And that's a good start. There's some good radiant fire crystal starts there. First up, let me apologise if you can hear it in the background. I don't know if you can, but you may well be able to. You might be able to hear neighbours banging around in the background. They're having some work done, and it's noisy as heck. But the show must go on. I must record regardless. I can't hang around all day waiting for them to finish doing whatever they're knocking holes in. And sorry if you can hear it. My microphone's pointed away from it, so hopefully it shouldn't pick up much of it, but I don't know how sensitive it is compared to the volume. I have not tested it at length. I don't know whether that is going to pick up or not, so sorry if it does. Hopefully it shouldn't be too much of an issue, but it could be. So that's that. Full disclosure there. More crystals. Oh, this is going good. I'm liking these. I don't actually need them at the minute because I finished my Snarble hat yesterday, in fact. That is now fully level 10 after many a year. That's done, so I don't need that anymore. But I'm sure I will need them in the future, no doubt. I'll continue leveling gear. So, oh, what? Okay, where are we? I need my script sheet here. What am I doing? Yes, I've started using loadouts again. That's the thing. I should have shown you that at the start when I could actually change it, but yeah, I've gotten out since the sprites introduced. That kind of messed up all the loadouts because you had to redo all the loadouts with the sprites included in it, and so I've just gotten out of the habit of using them. I've finally gotten around to actually getting myself organized. So now I've got all my things are now actual loadouts again, so I can flip between things on a whim. The problem with loadouts is they get out messed up so easily. I mean, yesterday, so I did treat myself and buy myself a new weapon slot. Here we are. No, that's not a weapon slot. That's a pet. There's a weapon slot, because I liked carrying two and then being able to level up a third weapon, you know. So, instead of having to... Well, I've been trying to level up weapons over the last week or so, and it's problematic because if you've only got two slots, you're leveling up one in one slot, and it's woefully underpowered, and that only leaves you one slot. So basically, I've ended up using my Dread Venom Striker again. I've had to break that out because it's the only weapon I owned that's actually genuinely effective against everything. Or, well, not effective, but at least useful against everything. It's the only thing I can take in and guarantee it's going to work. And instantly, it's an awful, awful weapon in Tier 3. It's too reckless. I've gotten myself eaten by things on far more occasions than I care to count on the basis of that frickin' Dread Venom Striker. But hey ho. So yeah, I'm working on new gear. It's been a while since I've got new gear, and I fancy some new stuffs. At the minute, working on a Valiance for reasons which will become apparent in the future, I hope. At least one of you knows why that is, but I'm not going to tell anyone else because I've been sworn to secrecy. All you need know is that I have a Valiance in the works. It's currently like that. Also, having been messing around with it on Nimcha, I kind of like it as a weapon anyway. It's a pretty nice weapon. I could use a nice neutral gun, I guess. If I were to run around with 3 swords and a gun like I used to in the good old days, you know, a neutral gun would fit that slot quite nicely. Just a little sidearm, just to keep things at bay. If I were to ever go extravagant and play this game loads and loads and loads like I used to back in the day, as more than I do at the minute anyway, I could play with, you know, 3 swords and a gun. That'd be cool. Also, yeah, another thing is alchemy orbs. Everybody else I know seems to have hundreds and hundreds of the bloody things. People are talking about how many they've got, and it's always dozens and dozens and dozens. Nice, having that. I don't know where everybody's getting so many of them from. I don't know if that's just a consequence of playing a lot more than me or what, but yeah, for my crafting purposes, out of there, you. Rarities. I got 8. I can craft 2 things, and that's likely to do me for the foreseeable future, and I probably will get more before that ever becomes an issue. It just seems like, why has everybody got dozens of these things when I've only got 8, you know? But at the same time, if it simply playing more will, you know, remedy that problem. I almost feel like that drop rate's too high, considering they're trying to get you to buy them for energy. Surely that, I mean, at the risk of Three Rings balancing it and ruining the game for everyone, surely they should be rarer, because if they're rarer, people will need to buy them more frequently, thereby using energy, thereby having to spend money on energy, and it generates more... Oh, thanks. It would generate more revenue for Three Rings. If people have got dozens and dozens of them, surely that suggests that they're too common and people aren't going to be spending as much energy. I don't know. What do I know? I'm not a game designer. But if I was going to do it, it wouldn't be as common. You'd all be paying more money to me. But you're not paying money to me. And Pixel is actually... I didn't realise quite how close he was to... No, most of that's... I've actually leveled a good quarter of Pixel's level 56 just through heat from levels at this stage. Which is actually quite kind of impressive. Oh, phone going off. I better silence that one. Sorry. Whoopsie. Just as that happened to the lull, I never hear my phone going off because I've got my headphones on. So, unusual that I would hear that. But I did. So, man, I'm burned through that bloody fast. How many depths does this mission have? It's 2, right? Isn't it? It's 2. I'm gonna have to go into the Clockworks, aren't I, to actually get any kind of content done today. Oh well, whoopsie. So, yeah, I suppose probably about time to do some Spiral Knights news. Yeah. So, Three Rings been continuing their drip feed of the weird pictures. If you go onto their Facebook and Twitters, you'll find them. I don't know if I can be bothered to show them all. If they're all kind of blurry, small fragments of a bigger picture, much like the first one. And I can't remember if I ever linked the second one, but yeah, there was more. And they started coming through with cryptic clues, strings of text, words of text, which are backwards. If you reverse the words, they turn into... Well, if you're unfamiliar with what they are, it still seems a bit jumbled, random stuff. But if you reverse the words and Google them, you'll fairly quickly figure out that they are a species of skylark. Actually, the first one they linked was japonica, which actually, is it Alouada japonica, I think, is the skylark. So Alouada is obviously the genus of the skylark, and japonica is Japanese. Unfortunately, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of species that are only in Japan, and they are Japanese variants, Japanese cicadas and lizards and birds and fish and all sorts of things. There's very Japanese things, and they're all something japonica. So that one wasn't very... someone tracked it down to skylark, but when I looked it up, it kind of didn't seem quite so clear-cut, but in retrospect seems obvious. Everything else they've done has been very, very obviously a skylark-based species thing. And they've gone through 3 of them, so I think there's one more skylark to do. Someone else said they'd gone through all of them, so I don't know if I've missed the Eurasian skylark, but you can see where the recurring theme is here, and what the picture might be alluding to be. So, general consensus is, yep, it's a picture of the skylark. Whether this means we're going to get to see the skylark, or what actually entails the skylark, I don't know. Nobody knows. But we might actually... Ooh, that's a big one. It's a big one, but it's useless to me. It won't be in the future. I bet they're going to introduce a new pet. At some point. That eats blue. They'll introduce a pet that eats blue, and I can capitalize on having giant blues right now. That's my theory, and I'm sticking with it. So, I mean, I'm kind of hoping that they are going to introduce some manner of level based on the skylark. I don't know how that would play out, but I kind of like the idea. I don't know whether that will be the case or not. I don't know. I don't know. Just hypothesizing here. Now, I'm not going to link this for spoilerificness because people on Reddit already have been giving me a hard time about leaking spoilers and stuff. There is a picture doing the rounds. If you go on like the Facebook discussions and stuff, it's really not hard to find if you just do a bit of rudimentary Googling. Matter of fact, head over to the Spiral Knights subreddit. I posted it on there somewhere that you can find it then. There is what is allegedly the complete picture of all the jumbled bits. So you can go on there and find that, and it's allegedly the complete product. I have actually personally seen no evidence to support the fact that it is official and a leaked thing. My initial theory was that it was actually just... it was simply some artist's interpretation of the bits that they'd got. They'd taken 3 fragments of photo and sort of done a bit of reconstructing it and sort of tried to go, alright, we were judging from these bits of the ship that we've been given, assuming that it is the ship, this is what the finished thing would look like. And I was like, okay, that's kind of a neat little project to do. I imagine if I were an artist, I might attempt to undertake similar things, because that's how artists work. They like doing arty things, and that's cool. But I've also had the guildmaster from the Night's Watch, who runs the subreddit, giving me a stern ticking off about how dare you release leaked content. And I'm like, well, I didn't think it was, and I've said repeatedly I didn't think it was. And you're like, yeah, it actually is. It's Ian McGonville, the artistic lead of Spiral Knights. That's his artistic representation of the Skylark. I was like, How have you got Ian's artwork? I was like, how do you know it's Ian's artwork? And he's like, I can't tell you that. I was like, so I've got loads of people telling me that this definitely is official. It's Ian's artwork. This is his doing. Now I need some hearts. You guys want to give me some hearts? Yeah, you do. So but no one's actually willing to provide me with a source or tell me how they know it's Ian's, and that's really bugging me now. One rehost that someone did of it was titled "The Horse We Rode In On .jpg," and that's been bugging the hell out of me, because I know that name somewhere. I've definitely seen "The Horse We Rode In On" somewhere before, in reference to... I feel like it was in reference to the Skylark. I feel like it's something I've seen before, but I can't for the life of me place where. I've been a little bit cyberstalking Ian last night. I spent over an hour looking through Ian's Twitter and his DeviantArt and going through the entire history of news posts of 3-Panel Soul, which is his webcomic that he co-runs and does all the art for. And he often posts loads of Spiral Knights sort of doodles and fan arts and things, because being the artistic lead, he does lots of artwork for it. So, you know, occasionally he just does a doodle of his own game. Oh, now there's a decision. Do I take the yellow? Yeah, of course I do. So yeah, there's that in there, and I've trawled through 4 years worth of news posts from him. In retrospect, I should have found out when Spiral Knights launched and searched from that date, but clearly I'm not that bright. So I went through 4 years worth of news posts. Fortunately, the rate at which they posted slowed down from when they launched it. Back at the start, they posted loads, and now it's like they don't post much on there. So last couple of years weren't actually too much in the way of archives to go through. But nothing turned up. Loads of Spiral Knight stuff. I even found a picture of the original Pixel. That is Ian McGonville's cat's actually called Pixel. And there's a picture of him hiding on a shelf, I guess, yeah. Yeah, he was hiding on like a DVD rack or something, appropriately, for a Pixel. Oh, some entertainment center type thing. And yeah, it's cute. Cute cat. Like mine. Mine's cuter. I think mine's cuter. But yeah, the original Pixel. But yeah, no pictures of the Skylark, and that's really bugging me. I know I've seen Ian or someone post a picture entitled "The Horse We Rode In On" somewhere. I can't find it. If anyone knows where that comes from, please, 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 please tell me. I will be very, very appreciative. God damn it. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. Let me out. There we go. Freaking ice wolves. So, yeah, that's Skylark news for you. Skylark, some point in the near future, probably part of the Gunner updates. Whether they're going to maintain the posting dribs and drabs of this picture, because actually they're very tiny chunks of what's actually kind of a big picture. Whether they're going to keep posting the dribs and jabs right up until whenever they launch in November, this update, I don't know. But we shall see. We shall see. We shall see how that one plays out. So, with that, yay! Pixels leveled! Excellent, excellent. That's cool. And I'm done here, which means I can go back to Haven. Cool. And make some food, and then feed that to Pixel. Because I think I have enough. I think I have enough minerals to do that now. If Haven ever loads, because it's obviously that interminable loading screen that we all hate, or at least I hate. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you've all got SSDs and it loads in seconds, but it does not for me. So I got a question, one more from the archives, one that was sent to me ages ago. I'm slowly getting through these archives, so I could use some more questions if guys you fancy throwing some more my way to give me things to talk about in the future. I've got 2 more, but they're ones I've been putting off because I don't like them, because they're stuffs I can't talk about. I'm not knowledgeable on, I would have to do extensive research on, and then it would just be me reading from Wikipedia. Although most of this already is. I'm just reading Wikipedia here. No, well... I do research. I vaguely knew what I was talking about today, and I still looked a load of stuff up. But hey ho, where are we at? We are at orbs. Yes, we are at orbs of the divine sort. Oh, excellent! I've got 40, so I can make 2 of them. Cool. That's a 1, and that's a 2. So the question I've got is from age-old question meister Nomza. What do you think of the Civilization games? What about the Age of Empires line? And have you ever tried Age of Mythology? So, I'm broadly going to attack this from just a strategy games viewpoint. What is my relationship to strategy games? Not good. Not good is what they are. So, Civilization, Empires, and Mythology. 3 you specifically listed. Where am I looking for this thing? It's on here somewhere. There. That's what I want. Da 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 da. Mighty Boom. That's a bomber thing, right? It looked like a bomber thing. Damage bonus to bombs. Hooray! I don't own any of those. That's... Well, actually I got a Shiver Mist Buster. Will that affect Shiver Mist Buster? I doubt it. It's... Yeah. No. So, those 3 games... Nope, never tried any of them. Nope, not at all. So... That's it. That's all that question is. No. Anyway, let's grab an arcade. Which one isn't Fiends? Let's not do it on Elites because I'm not Nimcha. That one might be all right. Quick glance. That one's maybe. That one's all Fiends. No. That one's. Yeah. Yeah, sure, Silver Clover. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Go Silver Clover. So, Civilization? No, never touched that. Age of Empires? No. Age of Empires was a game loads of people I used to know when I was at school. Loads of people played that. I did not. I was not a Age of Empires player. Age of Mythology? No, also don't know anyone that played that either. Yep. Age of Empires is a game I do own. One of my mates, when I told him I hadn't played it a few years back, he was like, oh my god, you must have it. I've got a spare copy here. For some reason he just had a spare boxed copy. He was like, here, have this. It's nearly your birthday. Have it as a birthday present or something. I was like, you need to play this. And I still actually, to be fair, haven't actually touched it because I was still like not that enthused. I was just like, thank you, but as much as your enthusiasm for this game goes, it's actually not something I'm particularly keen to play. It's not my thing. Why? Oh, my deconstructor set needs changing to elemental, clearly. Oh, I think I know. I think I use my deconstruct against gremlins as well. Actually, that's probably why it's piercing, but that's not good against. It's no good. I need a shadow pet that would do both effectively, or I should just make 2 loadouts. Problem is, gremlins and constructs tend to come side by side because one tends to build the other. Either way. Okay, I need a 3rd gun, which obviously we know what that's going to be because I'm leveling it. And there we go. It's a loadout. That seems like a pretty solid loadout to me. I got... yeah, that'll do me. That'll do me just fine. So, yeah, Age of Empires I own, never touched. Age of Empires, when it was big at school, my thing was Not because I genuinely thought that's what everyone was playing and therefore I wanted it. It's just some random coincidence, actually, more than anything else. But Age of Wonders was what I played back when Age of Empires was a thing. They came out roughly the same time, I think. Age of Wonders 3. Age of Wonders 2 and Age of Empires 3, that is. So I picked that up thinking, oh yeah, this looks cool. I saw some good reviews. It looked quite entertaining. I liked it. It was a good game. I have literally just found I've still got it on my shelf, and I should probably try and see if I can find a working CD key in it and install it on Steam. That would be a good way to do that for me. I like when I find that, when I find old CD keys that totally work on Steam. I'm like, oh my god, this is functional? Excellent, great, new Steam game right there, essentially. Otherwise, it's currently £7, and I would be tempted to grab that in a Steam sale, I'm going to be honest, just for the sake of having a permanent digital copy of it. Even though I've got the CD right there, you know, but meh. I would like a Steam copy. Because everything's done on Steam. There's some shine-ins, some shinin. Cool. So Age of Wonders 2 was not really the same as Age of Empires 3, although at the time, in my naivety, I thought it pretty much was. They were both strategy games, and in my book, yeah, pretty much the same thing. They kind of weren't, really, to be fair. Age of Wonders was, well, it was turn-based for a start, whereas Age of Empires was a real-time strategy, and it was considerably more fantastical and not really the same empire building thing. It wasn't really the same thing. I thought it, because they were Age of games, I thought all the Age of games were just the same people. It's just different series. I've missed a bit. I thought Age of Wonders, Age of Mythology, Age of Empires, and any other ages that possibly exist. Those are the only three I know of. I thought they were all the same dev, all the same people. I thought it was pretty much the same thing. Mythology and Empires, yes. Wonders, no. That's something entirely else, actually. I forget who made what now, but yeah, different devs. So yeah, I never really got into real-time strategy. I've always been much more of a turn-based kind of guy. I like to be able to sit and ponder my moves and think about them and plan them. It's a little bit like chess, I guess. Chess, but really, really complicated. I mean, I loved the heck out of Master of Orion 2. My mate had that in school. It was old back then, in fact, because Master of Orion 2 was ancient. And you can pick that up on Good Old Games, and I very much recommend that. That's totally worth doing. You can pick up 1 and 2 together, but I've never touched 1. 2 you can lose so much time to. That's turn-based galactic 4X strategy kind of thing. It's like, I guess it's like, it's 4X, so the Civ comparison is appropriate. But it's turn-based, which means I like it, and it's set in space, which means I like it. So it's just freaking awesome. I love Master of Orion. That's a great game. So yeah, Advance Wars on the DS, and well, actually Advance Wars was originally the Game Boy Advance, then they put it on the DS, which kind of messed up the name. I mean, surely Advance Wars was a nod to the fact that it was on the Game Boy Advance, I always felt, and then it suddenly, the Game Boy Advance was no longer a thing, but Advance Wars still was a thing, which was kind of always a bit weird, but whatever. That was a series I enjoyed. I haven't played many of the more recent ones, but the older ones I played 1, 2, and the first one on the DS. I think they've done probably 1, if not 2 more, possibly potentially more than that on the DS since then. I don't know. I haven't. It's not a series I've really kept track of. On the basis that I've fallen out of favour with the DS, especially since the 3DS, and I don't own a 3DS. There used to be some good games, and then they just turned into the junky titles. The shovelware would be the polite expression for it, I suppose. The one that we use to describe all the titles on the Wii. It's quick and easy to develop some crummy title that doesn't really do much. I mean, when I worked in-game, I remember there were loads of, like, ebook titles. It was, oh yeah, buy this collection of ebooks on your DS. I'm like, why would you want to do that? Classic novels on your DS. I'm like, no. It's not a tablet. Stop trying to treat it like it's a tablet. I mean, I don't think tablets had even really taken off back then, but this was them trying to turn it into a tablet, I guess. And, yeah, DS, meh. I kind of stopped playing the DS since then. I still like my Game Boy Advance, by the way. I still think that's one of the best consoles ever. I love that thing. I will still occasionally break out a bit of the old Final Fantasy Tactics Advance just because it's freaking sweet. There's some more strategy. Strategy RPGs, I like that. Indeed. Just reviewed Agarest Generations of War. That was good. Liking that. I don't have remotely the time to actually, you know, actually get to grips with it, but I do like it. It's one of those long titles that will take hundreds of hours to complete, and I don't have those hundreds of hours. Actually, I'm unemployed, so I kind of do, but I also got to make these videos for you guys. So there's that. Okay, come on, treasure floor, treasure vault. Come on, give me some loots. Oh well, if nothing else, I can level up my Master Blaster. Actually, if I got a treasure vault, then I don't want a treasure vault, because then I wouldn't be able to level up my Master Blaster. I don't know. So one thing I did discover Wikipedia just before recording here, I didn't realize Civilization was turn-based. I had always been under the impression that was a real-time thing, like Age of Empires. I thought it was kind of the same deal. I've never really looked into it, to be honest. So let's see if we can't get us a prize box. I have never had a prize box. I want a prize box. Give me one. Heat bonus, right? Whatever. Okay, sure. I really want one. I don't know how common they are. If they're not that common, I might as well just forego the massive ones and just... Also, I didn't check to see what I was fighting. Good job I got the right sword here, isn't it? So, yeah... What was I saying? I just immediately brain fart and lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I might as well not bother with the highest tier forging if they're not that common. I need to find out how common they are. I don't know if that's information that can be found on the wiki or if anyone's documented it anywhere. Testing at great length. I don't know. Hey, speaking of Civ, someone in my corner is playing that. I should have turned that off before I started. Whoopsie! I've done a really professional operation today, haven't I? I haven't turned my phone off and I haven't turned Steam off before I started playing. Never mind, never mind. I'm sure you guys will survive. I want the yellow, that's what I want. So, now that I know Civ is turn-based, that's a little bit more... It goes on sale pretty regularly. I might look at picking up... What's the most recent one? The recent one's 5, isn't it? So... I have no idea which one is the most recommended. Is 5 the most recommended, being the newest one, I suppose? Or am I better off checking out one of the older ones? If you have Civilization recommendations, throw it my way, because it's actually, now that I know it's turn-based, it's something I'm a little bit more leaning towards being inclined to try, because I like being able to take my time and plan moves and strategize and stuff. That's more my thing. I'm cunning and calculating, and I like to plan things. Whereas, you know, if it's real time, it's sort of, oh, heat of the action, oh, your enemy's coming to get you, are you going to plan fast enough to catch up with them? Oh, look, they're coming for you, do you want to get them? Plan faster, you better make some more units. Oh, look, the enemy's got an army coming towards you. Oh, you better move quick. And it's like, oh, no, too much pressure, I just want to sit back and outwit my opponents, as opposed to who can build more units fastest, which is all strategy ever boils down to for me. Don't get me wrong, I like RTS, but I am no good at it. I think I've only ever finished the single-player campaign of 2 of them. I've tried a few of the Command & Conquers. I did Generals and Zero Hour, and... Did I try 3? I'm not sure if I tried 3. I definitely did Generals and Zero Hour and didn't get particularly far into either of those. Halo Wars I finished because that's a console one and nice and easy. And I hadn't even realised, quite ironically, is actually the same developers that did the... Which way am I going with this thing? This way, right? Is it this way? I've lost my place now. Did I come this way? I seem to recall going past a... Yes, I went past that danger... Oh man, I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Yeah, I want to be down. Down, yes? Or do I? Now this looks familiar. Oh god, there's a vial. I've definitely been this way. Son of a... No, I haven't been that way, have I? Oh man, sorry. So, Halo Wars I finished. But yeah, that's a console version and was actually pretty trivial, although I still had to play it on easy mode. And then I went back and started doing it on normal and actually started making a little bit of headway, so it is the route. Oh, for crying out loud. This is a supreme display of incompetence here. Oh my god. There should be some signposts, just dot some signposts around, just saying this is the right route so you know which route to take. That'd be really useful. Three Rings could add those, so there's something that just says, this is the way to the exit, so it's not all this trial and error. Okay, I got that. Did I go down? I didn't go down, did I? I hope I didn't go down, otherwise you guys are going to be screaming at me right now. I went down, didn't I? This was... Yeah. Oh my lord. I've now just backtracked down every route at least twice now, haven't I? Whoops. Can we pretend that one didn't just happen? Let's ignore that one. Whoopsie. Warcraft 3 is the only other strategy game I have ever finished in my life. That was fun. I kind of like that. I never did get round to playing the Frozen Throne though. Warcraft 3 fun. Not tried StarCraft though. I don't know if that's my thing. Too many legendary Koreans playing that, I think. Although not that I ever play these things online. I'm absolutely nowhere near good enough to ever attempt to play any strategy game online, given that I struggle with the single-player campaign. Actual, real humans to play against just seems like utter folly, and not something to be attempted with any particular seriousness, no. I mean, I tried to play a few games of Halo Wars online, and I did some silly... I will try and rush the enemy with my boss character quickly. I was playing like the Arbiter, and I was like, oh, I will level up the Arbiter so that he's really powerful really quickly, and just rush into their base and try and just take out their whatever, their base. I came that way. Son of a... Urgh. And I've missed a switch. Where's the switch then? Was it under here? Nope. Was it under that? Nope. Huh. Was it under that? Yes it was. So yeah, and then I got into their base and they were just like, had 500 warthogs just sat waiting for me, and I just got destroyed. I was like, ah. That's not a valid tactic. My tactics are not very good tactics. I need to rethink how I do tactics. How I do tactics? I know I do tactics. And that's why I like turn-based strategy, because then I could sit and think and like, oh, what is the best way to do this? Although, then again, I don't think I've ever played turn-based strategy online against actual people either. I think that's another one of those things I tend to just put the bots on easy and just have fun with it. It's one of those games I just enjoy against the bots. So that's good. Also recently bought into the Planetary Annihilation beta as part of their Kickstarter. So I've got that, and I should actually try playing that, but I have not yet, so I really can't report much on that. All I know is it's made by the same guys who made Super Monday Night Combat, and it looks like fun! But I need to try it, and I did briefly once try it in my lunch break at work, when I was at work, and did not get very far or do particularly well. I got destroyed heavily within the very early stages of the map, so meh. I didn't lose. I had to quit because my lunch break ran out, but I was losing, so that probably didn't go so great. Planetary Annihilation is promising to have a really cool single-player derp around, almost sandboxy kind of mode, which that sounds like my kind of thing. It's Galactic Annihilation or something they're calling it, Galactic Conquest, something like that. That sounds like my kind of thing. It sounds vaguely Master of Orion-y. That's kind of why I bought into it, just because that thing sounds fun. So that's about all from me on the subject of strategizing and strategy and all that jazz. So thank you very much for watching, and indeed bearing with me as I bumbled my way through this floor. Sorry about that one. So thank you very much for watching. Please do submit questions and topics in the comments, because I'm going to need some more soon. I'm running a little low. Thanks again. I shall see you next time.